Hey there, Taurus. Come sit with me because what I am about to share with you today is something that honestly gave me chills when I pulled these cards. I have been doing tarot for years now, and every once in a while, a reading comes through that feels like the universe just decided to hand you a master key to everything you have been searching for. This is one of those readings. So the topic we are exploring today is about the hidden being revealed to you, and specifically about accessing your Akashic Records. Now, if you are not familiar with what Akashic Records are, think of them as this cosmic library where every thought, action, experience, and possibility of your soul is stored. It is like having access to the ultimate truth about who you are, where you came from, and where you are headed. And Taurus, the cards are showing me that you are standing at this incredible threshold right now. Before we dive into the cards, I just want you to take a breath with me. This reading is going to be deep. We are talking about soul-level revelations here, not just surface stuff. The energy coming through is intense, but in the most beautiful way possible. It feels like you have been doing the work. You have been patient, as always. And now the universe is ready to pull back the curtain and show you what has been there all along. All right, let me tell you what happened when I sat down to do this reading for you. I shuffled the deck with your energy in mind, asking specifically about what hidden truths are being revealed to you right now and how you are accessing these deeper layers of wisdom. And honestly, Taurus, the cards that came out, they tell such a clear story. It is like watching a movie unfold, except you are the main character, and the plot twist is that you have had the power all along. You just needed to remember it. Let me start with the first card I pulled, and this one really set the tone for everything else. I drew the Four of Pentacles, and when I saw it, I immediately thought about how you have been holding on to certain beliefs about yourself and your reality. This card typically shows someone sitting with their arms wrapped around their possessions, protecting what they have. But in the context of accessing your Akashic Records, this card is revealing something fascinating to me. What I am seeing here is that you have been guarding your sense of security so tightly that you might have actually been blocking yourself from receiving higher wisdom. Think about it this way. When you hold on to something with a death grip, your hands are not open to receive anything new. The Akashic Records are trying to download information to you, but there is this part of you that has been so focused on maintaining control and stability that you have not been able to fully open up to the mystery. And here is what makes this revelation so important right now. The Four of Pentacles is not showing up to criticize you. It is showing up to make you aware. The hidden truth being revealed is that your desire for security, which is so natural for you as a Taurus, has been creating walls around your spiritual access. You have been protecting yourself from loss, from change, from uncertainty, but in doing so, you have also been protecting yourself from the infinite wisdom that wants to flow to you. I am seeing that there might have been experiences in your past, maybe even in past lives, based on this Akashic Records theme, where you lost something important, where instability hurt you, where you learned that the only safe thing to do was to hold on tight and never let go. And that pattern, Taurus, has been running in the background of your consciousness like a program you did not even know was there. But here's the beautiful part. The fact that this card is showing up now means you are ready to become aware of this pattern. The Akashic Records are revealing this to you not to make you feel bad, but to give you a choice. You can continue holding on with both fists clenched, or you can start to gently loosen your grip and trust that the universe will support you. That real security comes not from clutching what you have, but from knowing deep in your soul that you are always provided for. I am also picking up that this card is showing you how you have been hoarding not just material things, but also emotions, old stories, and limiting beliefs about what is possible for you. The records are opening up and showing you that these things you have been clutching onto are actually just temporary constructs. They are not the truth of who you are. And once you start to release them, even just a little bit, you create space for the real revelations to come through. What I love about this card in this position is that it is giving you such a practical starting point. You do not have to suddenly become some free-spirited person who owns nothing and lives in the moment. That is not you, and that is not what is being asked. What is being asked is that you start to notice where you are gripping too tightly, where you are letting fear of loss dictate your choices, where you are saying no to expansion because it feels too risky. Just notice it. That awareness alone starts to open the door to your records. The Four of Pentacles is also highlighting something about your relationship with your physical body and the material world. As a Taurus, you are so beautifully grounded in the physical realm. You understand the importance of the tangible, the sensory, the here and now. But what the records are revealing is that your body and your physical life are not separate from your spiritual access. They are actually the vehicle for it. You do not need to transcend your earthly experience to access higher wisdom. You need to go through it. You need to be fully present in your body, fully engaged with your senses, fully alive to the physical world. And that is actually how you access the spiritual realms. The records are not somewhere out there in the cosmos. They are encoded in your cells, in your DNA, in the very atoms of your being. When you stop trying to control and protect the physical so much, you start to feel the spiritual intelligence that has been there all along. So this first card is basically saying, hey Taurus, we are about to show you some amazing things, but you need to release the grip a little. You need to trust more than you control. You need to be willing to let go of old stories about who you are and what is possible. And I know that is not easy for you. I know that feels vulnerable and scary, but the wisdom waiting for you on the other side is so worth it. Now, the second card I pulled is the Devil. And okay, I know that card can sound scary, but stay with me because in this context, it is actually incredibly revealing. The Devil card is all about the chains that bind us, the illusions we believe, the places where we give our power away to external things. And in a reading about accessing your Akashic Records, this card is showing up to reveal the specific illusions that have been keeping you disconnected from your soul truth. What strikes me immediately about the Devil appearing here is that it is pointing to patterns of attachment and addiction that go way deeper than you might realize. We are not just talking about substance stuff here, although that could be part of it for some of you. We are talking about addiction to certain ways of thinking, addiction to drama or struggle, addiction to playing small, addiction to toxic relationships, or patterns that you keep repeating. The Akashic Records are revealing to you that these patterns are not random. They are not just bad habits or personality flaws. They are actually soul-level agreements and contracts that you made at some point, either in this life or in previous incarnations. And here's the thing, Taurus. You have been living out these contracts without even knowing they exist. You have been bound by invisible chains that you cannot see because they are written in the language of the soul. But right now, as you access your records, those chains are becoming visible. That is what this revelation is about. You are being shown the programming, the conditioning, the false beliefs that have been running your life from behind the scenes. And once you can see them, once you can recognize them for what they are, you gain the power to choose differently. I am getting that for many of you Taurus folks, the Devil is specifically highlighting patterns around self-worth and deservingness. There might be this deep hidden belief that you are not worthy of the life you truly want, that you do not deserve unconditional love, that you have to struggle and work hard for everything because that is just how life is. And these beliefs, they create a prison of your own making where you keep proving to yourself that life is hard and love is conditional and you have to earn your place in the world. The records are showing you that this is not true. This is the illusion. This is the lie that you have been living. And the reason you have been living it is because at some point, probably very early in this life or in previous lifetimes, you experienced something that made you believe you were not enough, that you were not worthy, that you had to prove yourself constantly. And that belief became a lens through which you saw everything, and it created a reality that kept confirming the belief. But here's where it gets really interesting. The Devil also represents your shadow self, the parts of you that you have denied or rejected or hidden away. And the Akashic Records are revealing that your shadow actually holds incredible power and wisdom. The things you have been ashamed of, the parts of yourself you thought were bad or wrong, they are actually key to your wholeness. What I am seeing is that you have been rejecting certain aspects of your nature because you thought they were not acceptable. Maybe your anger, your ambition, your sexuality, your desire for more, your rebellious streak, whatever it is. You pushed it down, you locked it away, you pretended it was not there. But all that did was give it power over you from the shadows. It turned into compulsive behavior, into self-sabotage, into patterns you could not understand or control. The revelation here is that when you bring those shadow parts into the light, when you acknowledge them and integrate them, they stop having power over you. They stop being demons and become allies. They stop being chains and become sources of strength. Your Akashic Records are literally showing you a map of your own psyche, pointing out where you have fragmented yourself and showing you how to become whole again. The devil is also bringing up themes around materialism and attachment to the physical world in a way that is trapping you. As a Taurus, you naturally value comfort, beauty, pleasure, and material security. There is nothing wrong with that, but the devil is asking, have you become so attached to these things that they own you instead of you owning them? Are you staying in situations, relationships, or jobs that do not serve you because you are afraid of losing the security or comfort they provide? The records are revealing that true freedom comes not from having all the things, but from being free from the need for those things. It comes from knowing that you are whole and complete with or without the external trappings. It comes from recognizing that your value is inherent, not dependent on what you have or what you achieve or who loves you. And this is a huge revelation for you, Taurus, because so much of your identity has been wrapped up in the tangible world. What I love about the devil showing up in this reading is that it is not here to shame you or make you feel bad. It is here to liberate you. It is showing you exactly where you have been trapped so that you can set yourself free. The Akashic Records are not judgmental. They are not telling you that you did something wrong. They are simply showing you the truth of your patterns and giving you the information you need to make different choices. So with this card, the hidden being revealed is all about the invisible chains, the unconscious patterns, the shadow material that has been running your life. And the more you become aware of these things, the more power you have to change them. This is deep, transformative work, Taurus. This is not surface level stuff. But you are ready for it. The fact that you are here, reading this, engaging with this energy, tells me that your soul is ready to do the work of liberation. All right, let me move to the third card because this is where things start to shift in a really beautiful way. I pulled the Magician, and honestly, when this card showed up after the Devil, I actually got emotional. Do you know why? Because the Magician represents your power. It represents your ability to manifest, to create, to take the raw materials of your life and turn them into something magical. What the Akashic Records are revealing to you with this card is that you have always had this power. You have always been the magician of your own life, but you forgot. You got caught up in the illusions we just talked about with the devil. You got trapped in patterns that made you feel powerless. You started believing that life was just happening to you, instead of remembering that you are the one creating it. The magician stands at his altar with all four elements represented, with one hand pointing to the heavens and one pointing to the earth, bridging the spiritual and the material. And this is exactly what you are learning to do right now, Taurus. You are learning to take the spiritual wisdom coming through your Akashic Records and ground it into physical reality. You are learning to be a bridge between the worlds. What I am seeing with this card is that you are stepping into a new level of conscious creation. Up until now, you have been creating your reality unconsciously, based on old programming and hidden beliefs. But now that those beliefs are being revealed to you, now that you can see the patterns, you can start creating consciously. You can start choosing what you want to manifest instead of just repeating what you have always manifested. The magician has access to all the tools he needs. The wand for inspiration and willpower, the cup for emotion and intuition, the sword for clarity and truth, and the pentacle for manifestation in the physical world. And the records are showing you that you have access to all these tools too. You have everything you need within you to create the life you truly want. You do not need anyone else to give you permission or validate you or save you. You are the magic. I am also picking up with the magician that there is something about your voice and your ability to speak things into being. The magician is associated with Mercury, the planet of communication, And I am seeing that part of your power right now involves learning to use your words more consciously. Not just the words you speak out loud, but the words you think, the stories you tell yourself, the conversations you have in your own mind. The Akashic Records are revealing that your thoughts and words are not just passive observations. They are active, creative forces. Every time you think or say something, you are casting a spell. You are literally creating your reality with language. And this is both empowering and a little bit scary because it means you have to take responsibility for what you are putting out there. How many times do you say things like, I always struggle with money, or relationships never work out for me, or I am just not good at that? Those statements feel true because they reflect your past experience. But what the magician is showing you is that every time you repeat them, you are reinforcing that reality. You are using your magical power to keep creating more of what you do not want. But here's the good news. Once you become aware of this, once you see how powerful your words are, you can start using them intentionally. You can start speaking the reality you want to create instead of just describing the reality you have been living. You can start saying things like, I am becoming more financially abundant every day, or I am opening to healthy, loving relationships, or I am learning and growing in this area. And those words, spoken with intention and belief, start to shift your reality. The magician is also showing me that you are being given access to manifestation techniques and spiritual practices through your Akashic Records. Like, you are literally being downloaded with information about how to work with energy, how to align yourself with what you want, how to clear blocks and raise your vibration. Pay attention to the ideas that come to you, the practices you feel drawn to, the teachers or books that show up in your life right now. That is the records guiding you to the tools you need. What I love about the magician appearing here is that it is confirming that you are not just learning about your past patterns and limitations. You are also being shown your power and your potential. You are being reminded that you are a creator, not a victim. You are being activated as a conscious manifester. And Taurus, with your natural ability to work with the material world, you have the potential to be an incredibly powerful magician. The key with this card is to remember that true magic is not about forcing or controlling. It is about aligning. It is about getting yourself into vibrational harmony with what you want so that it can come to you naturally. It is about clearing away the resistance and the blocks and letting the flow happen. And that is actually very Taurus energy. You understand about natural cycles, about planting seeds and tending them patiently, about trusting the process. Apply that same wisdom to your manifestation work. So the magician, as a revelation from your Akashic Records, is telling you that you are stepping into your power as a conscious creator. You are learning to use your thoughts, words, emotions, and actions intentionally. You are discovering that you have always had the magic within you, and now you are learning how to use it wisely. This is such an empowering message, Taurus. You are not at the mercy of fate or circumstance. You are the magician of your own life. Now let me pull the next card, and this one is the magician. Wait, I already did the magician. Let me check my cards here. Okay, the fourth card is Page of Pentacles, and this feels like such a perfect follow-up to the magician because it is about learning and practice and dedication. The Page of Pentacles shows up when you are in student mode, when you are learning something new, when you are at the beginning of a journey that requires patience and commitment. And in the context of your Akashic Records opening up, this card is revealing that you are essentially in school right now. You are learning a whole new way of being, a whole new understanding of reality, and it is going to require dedication and practice. What I love about this page energy is that it is so earnest and sincere. The Page of Pentacles is not trying to rush ahead or skip steps. He is focused, grounded, studying his pentacle with complete attention. And that is what you need to do with the wisdom coming through from your records. You need to take it seriously. You need to give it your full attention. You need to be willing to be a beginner and not know everything right away. I am seeing that some of you might be feeling frustrated because you want instant results. You want the Akashic Records to just download everything all at once, and suddenly you understand your whole soul journey and all your past lives and exactly what you are supposed to do with your life. But that is not how it works. The records reveal themselves gradually, layer by layer, as you are ready to receive and integrate the information. The Page of Pentacles is asking you to be patient with this process, to honor the pace of your own unfolding, to trust that you are learning exactly what you need to learn at exactly the right time. This is not a race. This is not about getting to some finish line where you finally figure it all out. This is about the journey itself, about the process of discovery, about who you become as you integrate this wisdom. What the records are revealing through this card is that you are being prepared for something. You are in a training period right now. You are developing skills and capacities that you are going to need for what comes next in your journey. And even though it might feel slow or tedious sometimes, this foundation you are building is absolutely crucial. Do not skip it. Do not rush it. Do not underestimate the importance of this learning phase. I am also getting with the Page of Pentacles that there is something about practicality and application. The Pentacle suit is all about the earth element, about making things real and tangible. So the wisdom coming through your Akashic Records is not meant to just stay in the realm of theory or philosophy. You are supposed to apply it. You are supposed to bring it down into your daily life and let it change the way you actually live. This might look like changing your daily routines, your habits, your environment. It might look like starting a new practice like meditation or journaling or energy work. It might look like making different choices in your relationships or your work or your self-care. The key is that you take what you are learning and you make it real. You embody it, you live it. The Page of Pentacles is also connected to financial energy and material resources. And I am seeing that as you access your Akashic Records and start living from this higher wisdom, your relationship with money and abundance is going to shift. Not overnight, but gradually. You are learning new beliefs about prosperity, new understandings about your worth, new approaches to creating financial security. And as you practice these new ways, you will start to see real results in your material world. What I find really interesting about this page showing up is that it suggests you might be guided to study something formally. Like you might feel called to take a course or work with a teacher or read certain books that help you understand your spiritual path better. The records might be pointing you towards specific modalities or practices that will support your growth. Pay attention to what you feel drawn to learn right now. That is not random. That is guidance. The Page of Pentacles also has this quality of being grounded while still being open to magic. He is practical and realistic, but he also believes in possibility. He knows that slow and steady wins the race, but he is also excited about what he is learning and where it is leading him. And that balance is important for you right now, Taurus. Stay grounded in reality, stay practical and sensible, but also stay open to the mystery and the magic of what is unfolding. So the revelation with this card is that you are in a learning phase. You are a student of your own soul right now. You are being taught through your Akashic Records, and your job is to be a dedicated, patient, earnest student. Practice what you learn, apply it in real, practical ways. Trust the process even when it feels slow, and know that this foundation you are building is going to support everything that comes next. Let me continue with the fifth card, and this is Four of Cups. Now, when I first pulled this, I had to pause and really tune into what it was trying to show me, because Four of Cups can sometimes feel like a negative card about being disconnected or apathetic. But in this reading, it is revealing something much more nuanced and important. The Four of Cups shows someone sitting under a tree with 3 cups in front of them and a 4th cup being offered by a hand from a cloud. The person is not even looking at the 4th cup. They seem lost in their own thoughts, maybe even a little depressed or disengaged. And what the Akashic Records are revealing through this card is that you have been in a period of withdrawal and introspection, and that has actually been necessary. Sometimes we need to turn inward, sometimes we need to pull back from external stimulation and just be with ourselves. And I am seeing that you have been doing this, maybe without even fully realizing it. You have been less interested in the external world, less excited about things that used to excite you, more contemplative and internal. And while that might have felt concerning, like maybe something was wrong with you, the records are showing that it was actually a preparation. You needed that period of withdrawal to create space for the deeper wisdom to come through. You needed to disconnect from all the noise and distraction and just be still so you could hear the whispers of your soul. The Four of Cups is not about depression or apathy in your case. It is about meditation and inner focus. It is about turning away from the external offerings that do not truly nourish you so you can discover what your soul really needs. But here is where it gets interesting. The fourth cup is still being offered. The universe, your higher self, your guides, they are presenting you with a gift, a new opportunity, a spiritual offering. And the revelation is that you have been so focused on your internal process that you might be missing what is right in front of you. You might be so caught up in processing and thinking and analyzing that you are not seeing the actual next step that is being presented. The Akashic Records are showing you that it is time to lift your gaze. It is time to notice what is being offered. It is time to emerge from the cocoon of introspection and start engaging with the new possibilities that are appearing. You did the inner work. You went deep. You learned what you needed to learn. Now it is time to ACT on that wisdom. I am also picking up that the Four of Cups is revealing a pattern of dissatisfaction that goes really deep for you. There might be this sense that nothing is ever quite enough, that you are always looking for something more, something better, something that will finally make you feel complete. And that seeking has kept you from appreciating what is actually here, what is actually available to you right now. The records are showing you that this dissatisfaction is not a flaw. It is actually a spiritual longing. It is your soul calling you towards something greater, but the mistake has been looking for that greatness outside yourself, in external circumstances and achievements and relationships. What you are really longing for is connection to your own divine nature, and that is what is being offered in the fourth cup. Not another external thing, but an internal awakening. So the hidden truth being revealed with this card is that you have been looking in the wrong places. You have been seeking satisfaction in the world when the real fulfillment comes from within. And the beautiful thing is, once you find that inner fulfillment, once you connect with that deep well of peace and completeness inside yourself, then you can enjoy the external world without needing it to complete you. Then the three cups in front of you become blessings instead of disappointments. The Four of Cups is also connected to the idea of divine timing. Sometimes the reason we are not excited about what is available is because it is not actually the right thing for us, or it is not the right time. And your soul knows that. Your higher self knows that. So you sit and wait, even though it looks like apathy from the outside. You wait for the true offering, the one that resonates with your soul, the one that feels like a yes in every cell of your being. And I'm getting that you are at the end of that waiting period. The fourth cup is being offered, and it is the right one. It is aligned with your soul. It is what you have been waiting for, even though you might not have known exactly what you were waiting for. And the revelation is that you need to receive it. You need to reach out and take what is being offered. You need to say yes to this new opportunity, this new path, this new level of consciousness. What I find really powerful about this card in the context of accessing your Akashic Records is that it shows the importance of discernment. Not every opportunity is meant for you. Not every path is your path. And you have been learning to feel into what is truly aligned versus what just looks good on the surface. The records have been training your intuition, sharpening your inner knowing, so that when the right thing comes along, you recognize it. So with the Four of Cups, the revelation is about recognizing where you have been in a necessary period of withdrawal and introspection, but also seeing that it is time to re-engage. It is time to notice what is being offered. It is time to reach for that fourth cup and see what divine gift it holds. Your period of waiting is coming to an end, Taurus. Something new is ready for you, and you are ready for it. All right, moving to the sixth card, and this one is Eight of Wands. Oh wow, Taurus, this is such a shift in energy from that contemplative Four of Cups. The Eight of Wands is all about speed, movement, momentum. It shows 8 wands flying through the air, moving fast toward their destination. And after that period of waiting and introspection we just talked about, this card is revealing that things are about to start moving quickly. What the Akashic Records are showing you here is that once you say yes to that 4th cup, once you accept the spiritual offering and commit to this path of awakening, things are going to accelerate. Messages are going to come through faster. Synchronicities are going to multiply. Doors are going to open. Opportunities are going to appear. And it might actually feel overwhelming at first because you have been in such a slow internal space. But here is what I want you to understand about this acceleration. It is not chaotic. It is not random. It is aligned. When things are truly in alignment, when you are on your soul path, there is a natural momentum that carries you forward. You do not have to force or push or struggle. You just have to stay open and keep saying yes and let the universe move you in the direction you need to go. The Eight of Wands is revealing that your Akashic Records are about to download information much more rapidly than before. It is like you were on a slow internet connection, and now you just got upgraded to high speed. The wisdom, the insights, the memories, the understanding, they are going to come through faster and clearer. You might have sudden realizations, light bulb moments, dreams that are incredibly vivid and meaningful, signs and symbols showing up everywhere you look. And I am seeing that this rapid movement is particularly connected to communication. The Eight of Wands is linked to Mercury energy, the planet of messages and information. So you might find yourself having really important conversations, receiving emails or texts that change things, coming across information online that feels like it was meant specifically for you. Pay attention to how the universe is communicating with you right now. Nothing is coincidence. What I love about this card showing up is that it represents clarity. When the Eight of Wands appears, it is like the fog lifts and you can suddenly see the path ahead. Things that were confusing start to make sense. Questions that have been plaguing you get answered. And in terms of your Akashic Records, this is the records giving you clear guidance about your next steps, your purpose, your direction. The Eight of Wands is also about breaking through obstacles and resistance. Those 8 wands are flying through the air, unimpeded. There is nothing blocking them or slowing them down. And the revelation here is that the obstacles that have been in your way are dissolving. The resistance you have been feeling, whether internal or external, is clearing. You are moving into a period of ease and flow. Now, with Mercury being involved, I have to mention that the Eight of Wands can also indicate travel or movement. For some of you, this might be literal. You might be taking a trip soon that ends up being really significant for your spiritual journey. Or you might be moving to a new place, changing your environment in a way that supports your growth. But even if it is not literal travel, it is definitely about your consciousness, traveling to new places, exploring new territories of understanding. I am also picking up that the Eight of Wands is highlighting the importance of timing right now. Those wands are in flight, they have been launched, and they are on their way to their target. And you are in that in-between space where you have taken action, you have set things in motion, but you have not arrived at the destination yet. And the records are revealing that you need to trust the timing. You need to trust that everything is happening exactly when it needs to happen. What can be challenging about Eight of Wands energy is that it can feel a little out of control. Things are moving fast, and you might not feel like you have time to process everything that is happening. But remember, this momentum is a good thing. It means you are in flow. It means you are aligned. It means the universe is supporting your path. So instead of trying to slow everything down or control the pace, just breathe and let yourself be carried. The Eight of Wands is also revealing something about your creative expression and how quickly ideas are going to come to you now. If you are someone who creates in any way, whether it is art or writing or music or building something or even just problem solving in your work, you are going to have this flood of inspiration. Ideas are going to come faster than you can capture them. And your job is not to execute them all immediately. Your job is to write them down, honor them, and trust that the right ones will develop when the time is right. So with the Eight of Wands, the Akashic Records are revealing that you are entering a phase of rapid downloads, quick movements, and accelerated growth. Things that have been stuck are going to start moving. Answers you have been seeking are going to come through, and you need to be ready to receive at this new speed. Stay flexible, stay open, keep your channels clear, and most importantly, trust the momentum. You are exactly where you need to be, and everything is unfolding perfectly. Let me move to the seventh card now, and this is the Lovers. Oh, Taurus, when I pulled this card in the context of your Akashic Records opening, I actually felt this wave of emotion because the Lovers is about so much more than romantic relationships. At its deepest level, it is about union, choice, and alignment. What the records are revealing to you through the Lovers is that you are being asked to make a choice right now. Not a small choice, but a soul-level choice about who you are going to be and how you are going to live. This is about choosing to align with your higher self, choosing to honor your authentic truth, choosing love over fear, choosing unity over separation. In traditional tarot imagery, the Lovers shows Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden with the angel Raphael above them. It is the moment before the fall, the moment of innocence and divine connection. And what your Akashic Records are showing you is that you have the opportunity to return to that state of grace, not through rejecting your humanity or your physical nature, but through integrating the spiritual and the physical, the divine and the human. As a Taurus, you are so beautifully embodied. You understand the sacredness of the physical world, of pleasure, of beauty, of the senses. And the Lovers is revealing that your spirituality does not require you to transcend or deny any of that. In fact, your path is about bringing spirit into matter, about making your daily life an expression of divine love, about experiencing the sacred through the physical. But the Lovers is also about choice and free will. And the hidden truth being revealed is that you have been given a choice right now. You can continue on the path you have been on, repeating old patterns, staying safe and comfortable, but also staying small. Or you can choose the path of awakening, the path of growth, the path that requires you to step into a bigger version of yourself. And that choice is yours alone. No one can make it for you. I am seeing that for many of you, this choice is specifically about relationships. The Lovers obviously connects to partnership, and your Akashic Records might be showing you patterns from past lives around relationships, love, and union. There might be soul contracts or karmic connections that you are becoming aware of. There might be healing that needs to happen around how you give and receive love. What the records are revealing is that every relationship in your life, romantic or otherwise, is actually a mirror. It is showing you something about yourself. It is reflecting back parts of you that you need to see, need to heal, need to integrate. And when you start viewing relationships through this lens, everything changes. You stop blaming others for your pain and start seeing how you co-create every dynamic. The Lovers is also about the integration of opposites. The masculine and feminine within you, the logical and intuitive, the giving and receiving, the human and divine. And your Akashic Records are showing you where you have been out of balance, where you have been favoring one side over the other, where you need to bring things into harmony. For Taurus specifically, I am seeing that there might be an imbalance between giving and receiving. You are so generous, so willing to provide and support and be there for others. But do you let yourself receive? Do you allow others to give to you? Do you open yourself to support and help and love coming in? The Lovers is revealing that true partnership, true union requires both. You cannot just give. You have to receive too. And that might be uncomfortable for you because receiving requires vulnerability, requires trusting others, requires letting go of control. The Lovers card is also deeply connected to values and what truly matters to you. And the Akashic Records are asking you to get really honest about whether you are living in alignment with your values. Are you making choices based on what you truly believe and care about, or are you making choices based on what others expect, what society dictates, what feels safe and acceptable? I am getting that there might be a specific situation in your life right now where you are at a crossroads, where you have to choose between what looks good on paper and what feels right in your soul, between the practical choice and the heart choice, between security and authenticity. And the Lovers is revealing that this is not just a practical decision. This is a spiritual decision that will set the trajectory for your entire path forward. What I find so beautiful about the Lovers appearing in this reading is that it is reminding you that you are loved by the universe, by your higher self, by the divine intelligence that created you. You are not alone in making these choices. You are not abandoned to figure everything out by yourself. You are being guided, supported, held by a love that is so much bigger than anything you can imagine. The Lovers also brings up the concept of soulmates and soul connections. And the records might be revealing to you that certain people in your life are soul family. People you have known before, people you have contracts with, people who are here to help you grow and evolve. Not all soul connections are meant to be romantic or permanent. Some people come into your life for a season, for a reason, to teach you something or heal something or activate something within you. And I am seeing that you might be recognizing some of these connections now. You might be having those aha moments where you meet someone or reconnect with someone and you just know there is something deeper there. Or you might be looking at existing relationships with fresh eyes and understanding why certain people have been in your life, what the lesson was, what the gift has been. The Lovers is revealing that you are learning about unconditional love. Not just romantic love, but the kind of love that does not need anything in return. The kind of love that accepts without judging, that supports without controlling, that honors the other person's path even when it diverges from yours. And this starts with loving yourself that way, with accepting all of you, even the parts you have judged or rejected, with supporting your own growth, with honoring your own path. So with the Lovers, the Akashic Records are revealing that you are at a point of sacred choice. You are being asked to align with your highest truth, to choose love over fear, to integrate the opposites within you, to honor your values, to open to deeper connection both with yourself and with others. This is not a small moment, Taurus. This is a turning point, and the choice you make now will ripple out into every area of your life. Moving to the 8th card, I pulled the Moon, and honestly, this card gives me chills every time it appears because it is so deeply connected to the unconscious, to intuition, to the hidden realms. And in a reading about accessing your Akashic Records, the Moon is absolutely perfect because it is revealing that you are moving through a period of mystery and illusion where not everything is as it seems. The Moon card shows a path that leads between two towers and continues into the distance, with a moon hanging in the sky and a crayfish emerging from the water. It is nighttime, the time when our rational minds take a back seat and our intuitive knowing comes forward. And what your records are revealing through this card is that you are being asked to trust your intuition more than your logic right now. This might feel really uncomfortable for you as a Taurus. You like things to be clear, concrete, provable. You want to be able to see the path ahead and know exactly where you are going. But the Moon is saying that you are in a space where you cannot see everything clearly, and that is actually okay. That is actually part of the process. You are learning to navigate by feel, by instinct, by the subtle signals of your inner knowing, rather than by the bright light of rational understanding. What the Akashic Records are revealing through the Moon is that there are layers of reality that you are just beginning to perceive, things that were always there, but that you could not see before. The veil is thinning for you. Your psychic abilities are opening up. Your dreams are becoming more vivid and prophetic. You are picking up on energy and information that you used to miss. And I am seeing that this can be both exciting and scary, because when you start to see beyond the surface of things, when you start to access these deeper layers of consciousness, it can be disorienting. You might question your sanity. You might wonder if what you are perceiving is real or if you are just making it up. And the Moon is revealing that this uncertainty is part of the journey. You are learning to trust what you know without needing external validation. The Moon is also highlighting shadow work and the unconscious mind. We talked about this a bit with the Devil card, but the Moon takes it even deeper. Your Akashic Records are showing you material from your unconscious, from your shadow, from the parts of your psyche that you have kept hidden even from yourself. And this material might come up in strange ways through dreams, through sudden emotions that seem to come out of nowhere, through patterns you suddenly recognize in your behavior. What is being revealed is that your unconscious has been running the show in ways you did not realize. Your conscious mind thinks it is making decisions and directing your life, but underneath there are these powerful unconscious currents that have been pulling you in certain directions, creating certain outcomes, attracting certain experiences. And now you are becoming aware of those currents. You are bringing light to the darkness. The moon also deals with fear and anxiety. The two dogs in the card are often interpreted as fear howling at the moon. And I am getting that as you go deeper into your Akashic Records. As you uncover more truth about yourself and your soul journey, some fears are coming up. Fear of what you might discover, fear of having to change, fear of losing your sense of who you are, fear of being too different, too weird, too much. The revelation here is that these fears are illusions. They are not real threats. They are just your ego trying to keep you safe by keeping you small. The moon is showing you that you need to feel the fear and move forward anyway. You need to walk that path between the towers, even though you cannot see where it leads. You need to trust that you are protected, that you are guided, that nothing truly terrible is going to happen to you when you step into your power. The moon is also deeply connected to cycles and phases. Just like the moon goes through phases of waxing and waning, of fullness and darkness, so do you. And your Akashic Records are revealing that you are not meant to be the same all the time. You are not meant to be constantly productive, constantly on, constantly moving forward. You need periods of rest, of introspection, of darkness where you retreat and regenerate. I am seeing that you might have been fighting against your natural cycles. When you are in a low energy phase, instead of honoring it, you push yourself to keep going. You judge yourself for needing rest. You think something is wrong with you, but the moon is revealing that these cycles are natural and necessary. You need the dark of the moon as much as you need the full moon. You need the quiet internal periods as much as the active external ones. The moon is also showing something about illusion and deception. Not necessarily that someone is lying to you, but that things are not what they appear on the surface. There might be hidden factors in situations you are dealing with. There might be information you do not have yet. And the records are guiding you to stay open, to not jump to conclusions, to wait for more to be revealed before you make major decisions. What I find really powerful about the moon in this position is that it is connected to the divine feminine energy, the intuitive, receptive, mysterious, creative aspect of consciousness. And as a Taurus ruled by Venus, you have strong feminine energy naturally, but the moon is asking you to go even deeper into that, to honor your intuition as much as your logic, to value receptivity as much as action, to embrace mystery as much as clarity. So with the moon, your Akashic Records are revealing that you are in a phase of deepening intuition, of shadow integration, of learning to navigate by inner knowing rather than outer certainty. You are being asked to trust the mystery, to honor your cycles, to feel your way forward even when you cannot see the path clearly. This is advanced spiritual work, Taurus. This is about developing capacities that you are going to need for the next phase of your journey. Now for the 9th card, I pulled the Chariot, and the energy shifts again quite dramatically. After the moon with all its mystery and uncertainty, the Chariot comes in with determination, will, and victory. This card shows a figure in a chariot being pulled by two sphinxes, one black and one white, and he is moving forward with absolute confidence and control. What the Akashic Records are revealing to you through the Chariot is that after all this inner work, after all the revelations and the shadow integration and the intuitive development, you are now being asked to take action. You are being asked to harness all that you have learned and move forward with purpose and determination. The time for contemplation is ending. The time for action is beginning. The Chariot is about willpower and discipline. It is about deciding where you want to go and then directing all your energy toward that goal. And your records are showing you that you have the strength to do this. You have been building this strength through everything you have been going through. All the challenges, all the dark nights of the soul, all the times you had to face yourself honestly, they have been training you for this moment. I am seeing that the Chariot is specifically revealing your ability to integrate opposites and move forward despite inner conflicts. Those two sphinxes represent opposing forces, different desires or aspects of yourself that pull in different directions. And in order to move the chariot forward, the driver has to hold both reins, has to maintain control of both sphinxes, has to find a way to direct these opposing energies toward a single goal. This is what you are learning to do right now. You are learning to hold multiple truths at once. You are learning that you can be spiritual and practical. You can be grounded and mystical. You can honor your need for security and take risks for growth. You can be patient and ambitious. These things are not mutually exclusive. You just have to learn how to balance them and direct them together. The chariot is also about movement and progress, and the records are revealing that you are ready to move forward in a significant way. Maybe you have been feeling stuck or stagnant in certain areas of your life. Maybe you have been waiting for something to shift. Well, the chariot is saying that the shift is here and it is time to take the reins and drive yourself forward. What I love about this card for you, Taurus, is that it combines your natural determination with a higher purpose. The chariot is not just moving randomly. He knows where he is going. He has a destination. And your Akashic Records are helping you clarify what that destination is for you. What is your soul purpose? What are you really here to do? What direction does your higher self want you to move in? The chariot is revealing that you are being called to be a spiritual warrior. Not in the sense of fighting or aggression, but in the sense of having the courage to walk your path regardless of what others think or what obstacles appear. It takes tremendous strength to live authentically, to honor your truth, to follow your inner guidance even when it does not make logical sense. And you have that strength. I am also picking up with the chariot that there is something about victory and success coming for you. The records are showing that your efforts are going to pay off. The seeds you have been planting are going to bear fruit. The work you have been doing, both inner and outer, is going to lead to tangible results that you can celebrate. This is not just spiritual woo-woo. This is real, material success in your life. The chariot is associated with the astrological sign of Cancer, which is about emotions and intuition and home and family. And I am seeing that your victory might be specifically connected to creating emotional security, to building a home that feels like a true sanctuary, to nurturing relationships that support your growth. Your success is not just about external achievements. It is about creating a life that feels good from the inside out. What the Akashic Records are revealing through the chariot is that you have earned this success. You have done the work. You have faced your shadows. You have integrated your lessons. You have developed your intuition. You have made the hard choices. And now you get to reap the rewards. Now you get to experience the fruits of your spiritual labor manifesting in your physical reality. The chariot is also about protection. That armor the charioteer wears is not just for show. It represents spiritual protection, energetic boundaries, the ability to move through the world without being knocked off course by other people's energy or negativity. And your records are showing you that you are developing these boundaries. You are learning to protect your energy while still staying open and loving. So with the chariot, the revelation is that you are ready to move forward with power and purpose. You have done the inner work, and now it is time for outer action. You have integrated the opposites within you, and now you can direct all that energy toward your goals. You have learned to trust your intuition, and now you can combine it with your will to create real results. This is your victory lap, Taurus. This is you stepping into your power and claiming what is yours. And now for the 10th and final card, I pulled the Sun, and oh my goodness, Taurus, what a perfect way to complete this reading. The Sun is pure joy, pure light, pure vitality. After the journey through shadows and mysteries and challenges, the Sun emerges to say that you are coming into a period of clarity, happiness, and abundance. The Sun card shows a child riding a white horse under a bright sun, and the whole scene just radiates innocence and joy and freedom. And what your Akashic Records are revealing through this card is that you are returning to a state of wholeness. You are remembering who you truly are beneath all the conditioning and pain and false beliefs. You are reconnecting with your essential nature, which is joyful and creative and alive. What I am getting so strongly with the sun is that all of this work you have been doing, all the records you have been accessing, all the truths that have been revealed to you, they are leading you to this place of illumination. Everything is becoming clear, the fog is lifting, the confusion is dissolving. You are seeing yourself, your life, your path with absolute clarity, and it is beautiful. The sun is revealing that you are entering a phase of success and recognition. Things you have been working toward are going to come to fruition. Goals you have been pursuing are going to be achieved. And not only that, but others are going to see your success. You are going to be acknowledged and celebrated for what you have accomplished. Your light is going to shine so bright that people cannot help but notice. But here is what is even more important than external success. The sun is revealing that you are finding joy again. Real, genuine, uncomplicated joy. The kind of joy you had as a child before life got complicated. The kind of joy that comes from just being alive, just experiencing the beauty of the world, just feeling the sun on your face and knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. I am seeing that the sun is specifically highlighting your creativity and self-expression. The Akashic Records are showing you that you are a creative being at your core. You are here to create, whether that is art or music or a business or a family or a life that reflects your values. And you have been holding back your creative expression, maybe because you were afraid of being judged or because you did not think it was practical or because you just forgot that you are creative. But the sun is revealing that your creativity is about to explode in the best way possible. You are going to feel this surge of inspiration and vitality. Ideas are going to flow. Projects are going to come together easily. You are going to tap into that childlike wonder and playfulness that makes creation feel like fun instead of work. And whatever you create during this time is going to have a special quality to it because it is coming from such an authentic, joyful place. The sun is also about confidence and self-assurance. That child riding the horse is not worried about falling. He is not doubting himself. He is just enjoying the ride with complete trust and confidence. And your records are revealing that you are stepping into this kind of confidence. You are learning to trust yourself, to trust your path, to trust that you are exactly who you are supposed to be. All those insecurities and doubts and fears we talked about with earlier cards, they are dissolving in the light of the sun. When you truly see yourself, when you connect with your divine nature, when you access your Akashic Records and understand your soul journey, you realize that there is nothing to be insecure about. You are perfect exactly as you are. You are on the right path. You are doing exactly what you came here to do. The sun is revealing vitality and health. I am seeing that your physical body is going to feel better. Your energy levels are going to increase. You are going to feel more alive in your body. And this makes sense because when you align with your soul truth, when you live from your authentic self, your whole system relaxes. The stress and tension that come from trying to be something you are not just melt away. What I find absolutely beautiful about the sun appearing as the final card is that it represents completion of a cycle. You have been on this journey of accessing your Akashic Records, of having hidden truths revealed to you, of integrating shadow material and developing intuition and learning to use your power. And the sun is saying that you have successfully completed this phase of the journey. You have emerged from the darkness into the light. But it is not an ending, it is a beginning. The sun represents a new dawn, a fresh start, the beginning of a bright new chapter in your life. Everything you have learned, everything you have integrated, everything you have become through this process, that is your foundation for what comes next. And what comes next is going to be amazing. The sun is also connected to the idea of truth and authenticity. The sun shines on everything equally. It does not hide or pretend or put on masks. And your Akashic Records are revealing that you are stepping into this kind of radical authenticity. You are done pretending to be someone you are not. You are done hiding your light to make others comfortable. You are done playing small. You are ready to shine. And here's the thing about the sun. It does not try to shine. It just does. It is its nature. And that is what you are learning. You do not have to force or effort or strive to be who you are. You just have to remove the blocks and let your natural light shine through. And that is what all this Akashic Records work has been about. Removing the blocks, clearing the false beliefs, healing the wounds, so that your true self can emerge and radiate. The sun is revealing joy, success, clarity, vitality, creativity, confidence, authenticity. It is revealing that you are coming into your fullness, into your wholeness, into your power. It is revealing that the hidden has been revealed, and what you discovered is that you are light, you are love, you are divine, and you are here to share that light with the world. So Taurus, this is what your Akashic Records are revealing to you right now. You have been on an incredible journey of awakening and transformation. You have faced your shadows, developed your intuition, reclaimed your power, made sacred choices, and now you are emerging into the light of your true self. And the best part is, this is just the beginning of what is possible for you. I hope this reading resonated with you. I hope it gave you insights and clarity about your path. And most of all, I hope it reminded you that you are so much more than you think you are. Your soul is ancient and wise. Your light is bright and powerful. And you are exactly where you need to be on your journey. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you felt something shift while listening to this reading, if something clicked into place or opened up, that means your Akashic Records are active and communicating with you. Keep listening to that inner wisdom. Keep trusting your path. Keep shining your light. You are doing beautifully.